Hello, and welcome back to Guided by Spirits. It is early Sunday morning here, and I thought it would be a good thing to do this first thing while everyone around is fast asleep. It's really quiet. I thought of going outside today, but it's raining, so excuse the gloomy lighting. But it's so peaceful, and I can really feel that the energy is really different from last week. And I started feeling the change yesterday, and I was really surprised because, I mean, man, that was some powerful, stressed out energy that was coming through last week. And starting yesterday, it was all of a sudden like my heart felt lighter, like just everything felt lighter, like there was more hope in the air. So I hope you're feeling that too. And I was meditating just now before we started to see if any messages came through. And they were all, it just came, I got the line from a song, a Helen Reddy song of all things. So not my thing. It said, "There's got to be a morning after." And all the messages before that too were like, hold on, everything's going to be okay. Ooh. So yeah, I think this week's energy is just about sort of lifting, feeling your spirits lifted just naturally, just that's what's happening with the collective, and feeling like, this too shall pass, and things are just feeling better. So, ooh, my goodness, lots of cards jumping out this morning. I want to start with Archangel Michael, because I always start with Archangel Michael, because he's my babe. So let's see what he's got to say to us about this week. Some messages, some advice. Oh, okay. Okay, really pretty card. Sorry, I'm translating from Dutch, which is why it makes me a little bit slow. How beautiful. What it's saying is allow the truth in yourself and act, allow your truth to come through and behave that way. Don't be someone you're not. Don't say yes to things that you don't agree to. Speak your truth. Be authentic. And that's really funny because before we did this, I did my own reading for, just my personal energy. And that was really funny. I got out of 4 cards from different decks. No, I only used 2 decks. Anyway, I got three cards. 3 out of 6 cards were saying that, to be authentic and to behave according to your truth, to your authentic self. So apparently I'm part of the collective too. Wow, okay. So, and this was the one that fell face up, so I feel like this is the most important message. I'm being authentic. I'm still in my jammies. All right, let's see. What does he got to say? Oh, how funny. Okay. Okay. It's okay. It's a really beautiful card. Pretty. It says, "Forgive yourself. You've done nothing wrong." And when we're having a hard time and things aren't going our way, or we feel like we've made a mistake, we tend to beat ourselves up. And it's saying, cut that out. You know, you didn't do anything wrong. We all do the very best that we can. So stop kicking yourself in the head and know that, you know how some people say, oh, there are no second chances. There are second and third and fourth and fifth, and there are infinite chances in your life. And just because you passed one up, you know, you may think it's a mistake. Maybe it's not. You know, you don't know, and you never will. So just stop beating yourself up and just look forward and just keep open, you know, keep your eyes open for the next opportunity. What else we got? Ah, all right, that's nice. And I've actually really felt this as part of that sort of that lighter energy that's coming through. It says you and your loved ones are being protected. And yeah, I actually just, I really feel, have felt that feeling that people are like, last week there was just this feeling of danger, danger, Will Robinson. And this week it's a lot lighter. And thank you, computer, for making noise. You know, I should put, excuse me, I'm going to put this thing on do not disturb. Lord almighty. All right. Excuse that interruption. Yeah, so where were we? You and your loved ones are safe. You're being protected. Just ask for protection. You know, I'm assuming that you are not a person who doesn't believe in some kind of a higher power, an energy, something that's connecting us all, because otherwise you probably wouldn't be watching me right now. So let's just come right out with it. Even if you just believe in the energy of life, okay, just think about it. Life, if you even just look at the science of it, it's all about survival. It wants to survive. You know, life always finds a way. So think about it that way. You are being protected because life itself wants you to survive and thrive. So just keep that in mind, you know, when you're feeling afraid or like you're living in a hostile universe. I know it can really feel that way sometimes, but know that we're all, down to our very smallest cell, we're programmed to survive. So just know you're protected, if only by that, and certainly by God and your spirit guides. Oh, this again, interesting. Repetition from last week. It's saying write your thoughts and feelings down. So if you weren't with me last week, okay, there's still some fear, because that's why this card came through telling you that you're safe. So I'm going to tell you this again, in case you weren't with me last week. I'm going to repeat to you this exercise. Do this every morning, every night, or whenever you're feeling anxious. Just drop what you're doing, get a piece of paper. It could be a notebook, it could be a scrap, you could throw it away after, you could burn it, you could just, you know, that's not important, because it's just going to be a brain dump. And you're going to write, I have fear that, and you're going to write down whatever that is. Not I'm afraid, no, I have fear that, because that keeps it separate from you. It's something you have, but it's also, if it's something you have, it's something you can get rid of, something you can throw away. So I have fear that, blah, blah, blah. And you can write down as many of these as you want. Don't sit and, try to come up with things, because that will actually bring you down. And just whatever in that minute, right in that minute, what fear do you have? Write those down, and then write down whatever you believe in, God, the universe, nothing, whatever, just write down, I now let go of these fears. And you can, say, I let them go to God, I let them go to the universe. I just plain old let them go. I let them go, and I ask that they be transformed, transmuted into peace, calm, serenity, faith, hope, right? Whatever feels good to you. And then if you have a moment, write down a few things that you feel grateful for, because that will really uplift your spirits afterwards and make you feel happy. It really, really works. So give that a try. Archangel Michael is quite insistent about this, so we're going to keep doing that. 1 week was certainly not enough. And I'm going to move on to another deck. What's it called? Whisperings of Nature. I really wanted to do this reading out in nature. Right, maybe next week we'll have nice weather. I'm in Holland right now, planning a move, but for right now I'm still here, and it rains a lot. But that's okay. My garden likes it. Kind of cozy. You get used to it. All right. Let's see what I feel like this deck. It's called Whisperings of Nature, but I feel like this deck is like messages from Earth, from, call it Mother Earth. If you think about it, I mean, this planet, it is on the most basic level, is our mother, and we're part of the whole ecosystem. And, the Earth, I feel like this Earth is just one big living organism, and we're just a little bit of it, just like, I mean, not to gross you out, but like, those little creatures that are microscopic that live on your skin, we're like that to the planet. So anyway, let's see what I call her she's our mother, what she's got to say to us about this week's energy. Oh, to the old and blindness. Oh, all right. How pretty, look. And the card says, take your time. All right, and this really ties in to that first message. Well, the one that said, forgive yourself. You've done nothing wrong, which was about you always get more chances. And this card is saying, you don't need to rush into anything. Sometimes things take time. There's divine timing. There's timing just in nature, and we're so used to the instant gratification that we get from the internet and games, and gosh, we don't even have to wait like a week for the next episode of our favorite TV show anymore. I mean, it's just like, I want it now, I have it now. And it's wonderful, isn't it? But some things are not so fast. And it's just saying, take your time, slow down, enjoy the process, and also know that, so know that if you slow down, you give yourself the chance to really know what you want, because haven't you ever like made an impulse buy, you don't want to mean, you can. It can be fun and exciting to do everything on impulse and get what you want. But if you think about like a big long-term goal, you probably don't want to choose that on impulse because it's going to be around for a long time. So just slow down, savor every step of the process, maybe even change your direction. Yes, this is about, yes. I'll look and see there are all these butterflies on here. It's saying as you go through the process of getting to where you want to be, you're going to have a bunch of other like mini transformations. So you'll keep refining what you want and changing it. And in the end, your goal might not even be exactly what you thought it was in the beginning. So just take your time and enjoy that. Enjoy that process. You have time. You have all the time in the world. And, yeah, they say I could drop dead tomorrow. We don't know. You could also live 100 years. That you don't know. But wouldn't it be a pity if, your last day, you just felt like you were stressed out and in a hurry and because I got to get this done. And that's just no way to live. It burns you out. So slow down and take your time. All right. Crystal angels, advice for this week. Advice for this week. What can we focus on? What would be good for us? Oh, yeah. Wow, nice. They're very different from last week, except, they still want us to churn. It's really different energy. It's so surprising. I was thinking, oh, maybe I should only do these energy readings once a month, but man, it changes fast. So you're stuck with me every week. Here we go. Angels. Okay, 2 cards. Angelite. Oh, look, see, I have Angelite right here. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, this totally fits in. Okay. We have 2 cards. Angelite. Very, very pretty. And Tanzanite. Look at that. Give these a good look. Yeah. All right. So, this is telling you to do what I do, which is connect. Connect with whatever you want, whatever you believe in. Connect with whatever you believe in. You can connect with your higher self. You can connect with God, the universe, source, whatever you want to call it, your guardian angels, spirit guides, ancestors. It doesn't matter. Connect with something that is bigger than yourself. And it's also saying, it could also be going to church if that's your thing. What it's saying is also, it would be helpful to you to connect with like-minded people. Yeah, because say there's something you want to manifest, right? You can try to do that by yourself for sure, and we're all very powerful beings. But did you know that when you work with 2 or more, that creative power, that energy is amplified exponentially, and things happen a lot faster. In fact, even when you meditate in a group, it's always a much more powerful experience than when you do it alone. And I've heard this also from my students, when they meditate by themselves, they don't see half as much. Even I have one lady who says like, well, when I meditate by myself, it's all well and good, but I relax, but I don't have the visions that I have when I meditate with you or with the bigger group. I do this, sometimes it's one-on-one if it's a coaching client, but I also have a monthly meditation group. And I used to be part of one, I used to have a mentor, and once a month we would get together. And I mean, the things I would see would just blow my mind. And I would go home and, certainly as a beginner, I didn't see half as much as I did when I was together with the group. So it's also the same with manifesting. And, this is talking about, letting go of the past, being true to yourself, and writing down your thoughts and your feelings, your desires, and taking your time. But if you have a group of people to talk to this about, or to pray with, or meditate with, or just practice manifestations together, manifesting together, that will really help you. All right, and the next one is tanzanite. Okay. Oh, okay. So we've gone through some rocky times, to put it mildly, and I'm sure they're far from over. I mean, geez, if you look at old newspapers, we always think, oh, things are getting worse, but if you look at old newspapers, it feels like every time people are saying the same things that we're saying now, like, or, not the news itself, but like the reaction, what people think, the world's going to hell in a handbasket. So, and you may have, especially because of, with Corona and having been, sort of in hermit mode, for such a long time, and just in your own cocoon of energy. And this card is saying it's time to open up. And I think I really felt that. Actually, I was out in town yesterday and it was a totally different energy. It was like people are out, people are ready. And I know that they were before, but there was still, I could just feel still this sort of anxious energy, but now there's just this sort of giddiness, this sort of feeling of freedom, of opening up, of being social again, of seeing what's out there, and of less of that shell, that energetic shell of protection. And that's what this is saying. And that this is just, it's not necessarily even advice. This is just, this is the energy that's out there. And it's saying, you're ready to join that. So if you're someone who's like still a bit wishing we were still in lockdown, especially if you're like highly sensitive, sometimes that can be overwhelming, but this card is saying you're ready, just jump in, the water's fine. So I'm going to do one more, and then I'd like to pick a card for 4 groups. But first, I want to get a message because I just love this deck. It's postcards from Spirit. And here, let me just concentrate here. I want to get a message for all of us. I'm asking all of our spirit guides, asking God, universe, spirit, angels. Oh, give us a message for the whole collective. Send us a beautiful postcard Tell us like it is for this week. What do we got here? You are divine beauty. That's these are so pretty. I love these cards. They're really pretty. All right, and on the back, I'm going to read this to you because it's a postcard. Dear you, the simple yet powerful law of cause and effect means everything is in relationship. Every action on earth has a consequence, and even in the spirit world, there is a consequence for every action taken on your behalf. Oh, that's interesting. Right now, you're facing conditions that were set in motion by past decisions. Consequences are coming into being in your favor. They will remind you that making good choices and listening to your intuition pay off. If some things are a little off and uncertain, know that whatever you are facing, you can step beyond it just by using your imagination and acting on that instead of reacting to what is being presented. Sounds like Abraham. Everything you think and do has far-reaching reverberations in the web of life. Move to higher ground and have faith that what goes around comes around. The universe is always self-correcting anyway. Isn't that amazing? How we adore. All right, that totally fits in with these cards. Yeah, that's a great message. Wouldn't you say? Yeah, I love that. Okay, so now, just for fun. All right, I have 4 crystals here that I use when I'm doing readings. Well, no, I always change them out. This one's new. This is a new one I got at a psychic fair. All right, people, I'm going to show these to you. Here, you can see them better. All right, and you're going to pick one, and I'm going to pick one card, which will be a special message just for you for this week. So pick a stone. So here's this beautiful stone. I don't know what it is. I think it's a carnelian, but anyway, it's beautiful. It reminds me of a heart. That's why I love it. I don't think that that's what this stone means, but to me, it looks like a heart. So that's what it means to me. This is angelite, which is for communicating with spirit. This is a strawberry selenite. And this one is for plain selenite is also for communicating with source, with spirit, and this one is especially for self-love. And here's this one. I always forget what this stone is, but it feels good. It's very protective. So, all right. So one more time, the red stone, the blue stone, the peach, and the black. I'm going to pick one card for each one. I'm going to use this deck. This is the Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue, who has now found Jesus. But we still have her cards. And they're very beautiful. Whoop. All right. This is you. That was easy. All right. The blue group. Let's get powerful. Woo, that's too many cards. I'm sorry. No. Too many cards. Let's not get overexcited. No singing. Must have been my singing. Okay. Really? No. I like this one. I feel like it's that. I'm not cheating, I swear. I just feel like that was the card. All right, we're just going to cut the deck in because this is ridiculous. Very jumpy. Okay, you guys get 2 cards. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be unfair to the others, but that was a 2-card thing. The black group. Here we go. Okie dokie. All right, so for those of you who chose this beautiful red stone, all right, this card is Clairvoyance, Archangel Raziel. I'm helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. And that's wonderful. So your group, I think that fits very well with the angel light. And so you should be, you can meditate. You can simply, the simplest way to connect, you don't even have to, I'll give you a couple of ways, okay? If you don't like meditating, meditate if you do, I mean, it's great. I have a lot of meditations on my other channel. If you want to, try them, I'll put the link to my other channel in the comments below. Because in real life, I'm a coach. Yeah, but listen, if you just want to connect to spirit or your intuition, which I feel like the intuition is it's picking up the messages from your higher self, your soul, that energy being that is enveloping you and in you. And it's picking up also messages from beyond that, whatever you want to call that, and if you're highly sensitive, then you're picking up stuff from all over the place. So, but and that helps you, to be clairvoyant, like, I am. But for you, you want to make good decisions. Okay. So, and this week it was saying, find your truth, don't worry, you always have more chances. You're safe, divine timing, take your time, connect spiritually, spiritual connection. That was the angel light, and ready to be open. And for you, it's all about really listening to your intuition. Like I was saying earlier, keep your eyes open, keep those, I don't know, are they tentacles? Is it like a spider's web? Feel those vibrations. And a really easy way to do that is to connect, like ground, but not just grounding. So, and you don't have to go running barefoot through a field. That's just bull. Just close your eyes and imagine that you are, through your feet, you're connecting to the center of the earth. And you can imagine that an energy from there is coming up, and often you'll see a color. And you will send that energy up through your head to the center of the universe. And there is source energy. And you will imagine that energy coming back down through your head, down through your body, down to the earth. So you're like a conduit. And now you've got both of those energies running through you towards each other as well. You're connecting earth to source through you. And then you combine both of those energies in your heart. And then it's like a ball of energy with combining those two. And then you imagine that expanding. And that's very, very helpful to get you just into that. I don't want to say it gets you an alpha state. It can if you're very practiced, but it gets you in that sort of receiving mode. Let's put it that way. And you can just, you saw how fast it is. You can just go light from above, light from below, mix it in my heart and watch it grow. You got a little rhyme there. And you can just do that several times a day and just always be connected. And you will notice how much messages come through. And another great way is to just go for a walk in nature. That's a really great way to have messages come through. But really always ground yourself. So that's for you, group number 1. Now the angels. Now I really feel like a billion cards kept popping out, and that's because, you know, we have so many angels and spirit guides, and you must be a big group. So I'm hoping I picked the right card for you. I feel like I did. All is well, all is well. And that was here somewhere. We had that message. Oh, that was the message that came through to me. All is well, everything's going to be okay. Archangel Jeremiah, I don't know how to pronounce these. Everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to, with hidden blessings you will soon understand. Right? So very pretty. And that's the biggest message from your angels. I'm hearing that I need to, I'm sorry, you other guys. Whoop. Okay, they're oh my goodness, they are very chatty. All right, that's it, guys. Listen, how many, all your spirit guides are trying to come through. The whole deck's gonna fall down next. Courage. Okay, so that goes with courage, with all as well. You just have to hold on, courage. Archangel Ariel. Look how pretty. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. So true to yourself goes with this card. So this being true to yourself was really important message for the blue group. And it's everything's going to be okay. You can do it. Just hang on a bit more. Clairaudience. Oh my goodness. So we had clairvoyance, which is, by the way, clairvoyance is when you see images. Okay, so like that'll happen when you're meditating. Is, you know, often you will see things. This is clairaudience. And an example of that is when I had that bit of a song, you know, that Helen Reddy song, you know, there has to be a morning after. I'm not even going to sing it. It's too early in the morning. But so notice that. Notice, you know, a song that won't get out of your head, or a line from a song that pops in. Those are messages coming through to you from your subconscious, from your higher self, from spirit. Okay, so Archangel Zadkiel. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. So you may just like, yeah, that happens sometimes. Like someone, maybe even someone, a stranger, will say something to you, or you'll overhear it, or someone will say something to you that just really, like, you'll feel sort of like a little shock, you know, like a nerve shock, like, that's it, that's right. Pay attention to that stuff, okay? Because this week you're really meant to be paying attention to the messages that are coming through. So for group 1, it's going to be sort of visions, things you see, you know, things that even things in the real world, like a sign that catches your eye or something, okay? And for group 2, it's going to be things you hear. All right, on to group 3. Those of you who chose the peach heart, you got 2 cards. Gosh, you guys are all highly sensitive. Wow, that's interesting. I guess, what is it? Like attracts like. All right, so you have 2 cards and they totally match each other. Okay, so you've got sensitivity. So it's saying, Archangel Haniel, you are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. So like me, you're probably aware or unaware that you are feeling the energy around you, okay? And even if you know this, sometimes it can be a little overwhelming if you forget if you forget that it's not just your energy, your emotions that you're feeling. So just this week, be extra aware of that. And when you're not feeling good, if you start feeling agitated, nervous, scared, any of those lower emotions, or even practice it with a higher one if you want. If you're feeling something that you're like, why am I feeling this way? It has nothing to do with what's going on in my life, just close your eyes and ask, truth, is this mine? And you'll get an answer, yes, no. So, and it's yeah, and just be gentle with yourself. And the next card is peace. Archangel Shamuel. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. Okay, so that says to me that you guys, you're highly sensitive, but you're picking up on the heavier stuff, on the lower energies and emotions. And when that happens and you're not trained, or even if you are, and you just forget, just when you're starting to feel bad, close your eyes and focus on love. Just like I told you last week, okay? Focus on love. Focus on the things you love, the people you love. That's what's real. Just connect your heart. Just see it, close your eyes and feel yourself sending love to the people that you love. Visualize places that you love. I posted a meditation on Friday, and that's perfect for this. That's what it's about. It will help you to calm down so that you feel safe again, and that you just get rid of all the lower anxious emotions, and then focus on what you want, what you love, the positive. So give that a try. I'll put a link in the comments for you. All right, that's my advice for you. All right, and now for you, those of you who chose this lovely smooth black stone, compassion. Okay. Archangel Zadkiel, soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. All right, so you guys apparently are upset with someone or about something. Look how beautiful, look at this. See, he's holding a big ball of energy. There's a meditation like that where what I was just telling you, you ground yourself, you've got the energy, and then you have this ball of energy in front of you, and you send the energy from your heart into this ball, and you visualize what you want for the day. And with this, imagine the situation, or the person, whatever's upsetting you, put that in that ball, and visualize a happy outcome, a good outcome for everyone. And just know, this card's about compassion. Just know that everyone, including yourself, okay, everyone's doing the best they can. And that may not be good enough for you. Maybe they're just being a big fat dick. That can happen. But just know that nobody wakes up in the morning and says, I think I'm going to be a big fat asshole today, and everyone thinks that they're good, that they are right, somewhere in their mind. So just have compassion for that. That doesn't mean you need to let them walk all over you, by the way, but just, if you send angry energy, that just bounces back to you and gives you more of that, and we all get angry when people step on our toes. I mean, I can get really angry. I mean, especially now, like, at a certain age in a lady's life, we get these hormones and boy, you can like fly off the handle. And but when you feel that rage coming up, that is messing with your body. And it's only harming you. They don't feel that. Or maybe they do, but it's not serving you. Okay? So just look at them with compassion and visualize that there's a happy outcome for you. And maybe they just get away from you. And well, okay. I feel like that's your message. There's not another card for you. Sorry about that. But I am hearing I need to pick one more card for all of you. Before I do that, by the way, if you enjoyed this, I'm really trying to grow this new channel. So I would just be over the moon grateful if you guys would like this video. If you did, and 3 cards, my goodness, and subscribe so that you can see more videos, because I do weekly reading of the energy, and then I also do a weekly video about either how to use magic to manifest, how to talk with spirits, my own personal stories. It's fun, it's cool, it's groovy. We got 3 cards, people. 3 cards. And here it came out. Here's the 3rd one. All y'all, claircognizance. We got clairvoyance, clairaudience, and now we have claircognizance. And claircognizance is just knowing. You just have this gut feeling. Archangel Uriel, pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. Okay, so we're really, this week, they're very adamant to be listening to your intuition. This is all about intuition, claircognizance. Yeah, all right, so if you're, great place, like imagine, like when you're in the shower, or when you're doing a mindless task, like, like an autopilot kind of task, like, doing the dishes, sitting in traffic, where we're there, but we're not, because we don't need to be. Like when you're just doing sort of a repetitive task, that's when all that stuff starts coming into your mind. So start being more aware of it, because a lot of times, it all comes in, and by the time you're done, it's all gone. So you could keep your phone near you and just tape record it as it comes up, if that's possible, or as soon as you can, write it down. Because these things, it's like you've jumped into this river and you're flowing, and it's going by so fast, and all these thoughts and ideas are being downloaded, and sometimes it's like more than your conscious mind can hold on to, because it's kind of like a dream. You're in this waking dream state, and just like with dreams, unless you really try hard to hold on to it, a lot of it sort of disappears after a few seconds or minutes. So pay close attention to that this week. Ooh, chakra clearing. Okay, that's Archangel Metatron. Call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. You don't need to do that. Sorry, Metatron. Do the thing I was telling you. Well, if maybe you may not. Do the thing I was telling, I believe, group 3, which is, you can do a lot of stuff, but you can just ground, like I said, ground to the earth, ground to source, clear your energy that way. Go for a walk, clear your energy. If you like, you can make smoke to clear your energy, but then really, get that whatever Palo Santo and, put it all around your body and your space. Do some breathing, breathe in good energy, breathe out heavy energy. Just clear your energy this week because, yeah, because there's some unforgiveness and self judgment coming in, and also other people, like people pleasing stuff going on, like if you're not being your true self. So do that this week, you know, even just do the breathing thing. Okay, I'm breathing in my higher emotions, breathing out lower emotions, whatever you want. Just breathe it in, breathe it out. Clear your energy. And the third card and final card, people, nurture. It's Archangel Gabriel. As you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. Well, I don't know if you have children. Maybe you have a pet. Whoever your baby is, be good to them. And be gentle with yourself. Yeah. Be gentle with yourself, you know, like it said, forgive yourself. You have done nothing wrong, so quit being hard on yourself, quit beating yourself up, telling yourself you should have done this, you should have done that, and just blaming yourself for everything that's going wrong. You know, it's just not your fault. You know, it's life, it's timing, and better luck next time. There's always a next time, because there has to be a morning after. So that's it for me. Once again, like and subscribe if you want. I upload these readings, energy reads, every Sunday, and I upload my whatever magic and manifesting videos on Fridays. And I do actually whatever the spirits guide me to do. So stay tuned, and I'll see you next week.